Uwezi pita barabara, you park your car and you attempted to start talking negative instead of going to your knees and start praying or speaking about your life or spending time with God. If you look at David, Psalms 37, David was hunted by even Paul in the Old Testament. But this guy, you can see the kind of things he writes. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. As in, he knew where to go. Alikuwa anajua kwenye anafaa spend time na God. And we have so many examples. You know, sometimes we think that the things were bad in the Old Testament. But I can tell you, in our days, things are not physical. They are more of virtual and spiritual. And those are the dangerous things, because the physical, at least you can do something about them. But the virtual, the things you are unaware of what they are doing to you, those are more dangerous. Things that are being spread. And you know, there was a story about this company that was called, I know you all know about the Cambridge Analytica. You heard about it? Ama mukushikanga ilikuwa about nini? Yeah, it was, the first time Uhuru and Ruto won the elections, there was a company that was implicated because it was paid to do PR for, and it was the same company that was used globally by even US, UK. Do you know what was their crime? Mnajua ilikuwa nini? Their crime was they helped PR. Ni mnajua what is PR? PR is creating content that will favor a candidate or even make the other candidate to not look good. So the argument was this company used data, personal data, a company called Facebook, and they are able to know how you would react to some things and just show that to you. And then you will hate that candidate, sindio? And that's what they... Your data is not private, my friend. Everything... this company have been taken to court and they asked, why do you need a microphone turned on? Why do you need to listen to these access messages and all that? That's where they use that data. So in our days, the information you pass on to these digital platforms can be used against. What was I hata nimepotea kwenye nilikuwa niseme about Cambridge. So that company was sued because of that influence they had over people, that they made them vote a certain way. And that's still a case even today. And these companies can take that information and fashion it in a way that is targeted towards someone. Even advertisements, that's how they work. In our days, we don't live in an age where just because your product is really good, it will sell. Is the way how good you are advertising it and how good you pay the people who advertise it. Munaelewa chenye nasema. Haununuangi nini juu mafuta fulani ya kupika ati juu ni mzuri. Unanunuanga because probably wali advertise a certain way and it appealed to you. You see. So what am I saying? If that's just advertisements for things you consume, what about the things you don't consume with your mouth? The information that is passed out there. We are in safer environment than we were back then. People are not coming with machetes and stealing things like they used to steal cows. But now we are in a different environment now. It's digital, it's spiritual. But how are you protecting yourself? Where do you go? In the New Testament, msiseme ninawasomea tu scriptures za Old Testament, but wacha niwape scriptures, the New Testament. John chapter 15. I know some of your leaders will like this because John chapter 15, because kuna mari wanasoma pamoja na hizi scriptures waliambiwa memorize. So ninawasaidia kidogo. I am the vine and my father is a vine dresser. Twende hadi ni saa ngapi? Saa 4 ishafika. Twende verse 5 and then we'll go to jump to verse 7. Hii ni one of the memory verses. So I never needed Diana aseme. Tuone kama ameshika. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him bears much fruit. For without me, you cannot do anything. So you see, in the New Testament, you see where we are called. Back to 5, kidogo. Back to verse 5. Verse 5. I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me. You see where we are called? In him. To abide in him. This is where we it doesn't matter how busy your day is. You should set some time to do this. Because I can tell you, and I'm glad this service usually has a lot of young people. Because the young people, we are the ones who are affected by this technology more. That yes, imefikia wazazi wetu, yes, but we are the consumers of that technology more than any other person. Create time, set apart time. The Bible has given us some blueprint of how we should escape some of these things. Let's spend time and use that. Otherwise, everything nowadays is being created to keep you there, to spend time in it. If ni TV stations, they want you to entertain, ushinde ukiwatch TV, ndio watch advertisements zao walipwe more. Yeah? Even some of the snacks you eat, they have experimented, they know haka ka taste, ukikula, utataka kukula ringos, mnajua ringos? Utakula, utashinda ukiendea ingine. They have artificial sweeteners. As in everything is being... We live in a world that is so much controlled to keep you a certain way. And you need to figure out that and start deciding you are getting out of that and you are doing something different. Verse 7, as we conclude. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, you will ask whatever you desire and it shall be done for you. As in, hadi unaambiwa, ukitaka anything. You remember in the, just before watoto wa Israeli wapewe maji. Waliambiwa. God aliwaambia, because he saw, mumeanza kucomplain. In verse 26, he told them, Exodus 15:26, he told them, if you obey my commandments, none of these diseases will come upon you. Alikuwa shawapea siri ahead. He had shown them, this is the secret. Spend time hapa hivi. And in every generation unaonanga mse ameamua kufanya hivyo. And there are usually very few. I pray that you will be among the few people who will choose to set themselves apart and spend your time na God and dwell in him, spend time praying. If you listen to sermons of Pastor Eunice lately, they have been mostly on unchaining your mind and transforming you to see who you really are. And if you pay attention, you learn. God hatumangi word hivyo tu in vain. Inakuwa na season. Na hii ni season yetu ya ku make sure as much as all these things are flowing, that we are also transforming ourselves up here. We are unshackling ourselves from hizo vitu zinatupul in the world, the news, the bad reports. You see, Caleb and Joshua could have dwelt on how big the giants are, but they didn't dwell. You see that word dwell? That's what makes the difference. You don't sin because a thought has come to your mind. It's because you dwell on it. You stay there. You see, these guys chose to dwell on the good report. These other guys saw the other side. Psalms 91, people like quoting it, but they don't read verse 1. Weka verse 1 tukimaliza. Wanapenda kuquote huku hivi maangels watatuzunguka. But do you read verse 1? Ni ukweli. He who dwells. Ask yourself, before usome hizo scriptures zingine, are you doing that? In the secret place of the Most High shall abide under. Where are you dwelling? If most of the time you are dwelling in other places, do you think this will apply to you? This will not apply to you. Terms and conditions. He's saying terms and conditions. Ni ukweli. So we must be people who are dwelling somewhere else. You might be in that village, but you're also dwelling somewhere else. You're not letting the village influence you. Mimi na Edu tulisomea hapa Ruiru Boys. Drugs, unaona hizi choo za Ruiru Boys, hapo ndipo kulikuwa kuna vutio bangi na vitu zingine. Hata watu wakipita hapo walikuwa wanasikia moshi ya bangi kutoka kwa shule. But we came out differently. I remember we used to come here na kina Edu, Youth Unlimited, wenye wanakumbuka. Ilikuwa inaitwa Youth Unlimited. Tulikuwa, believe it or not, mimi nishaikuwa praise worship na nishai dance. Najua nasema kwa harusi yangu sikuwa na dance vizuri. Actually we danced kwa harusi ya Edu, nilikuwa namkumbuka the other day tukijoke tutamuinvoice. So we were ministering kwa kanisa, tulikuwa tunaserve huku. Apart from going to that school, that village of a school there, we were doing something else. We were dwelling somewhere else. We were coming back here to church and being ministered to. Don't take for granted what you receive here. And don't come here and get excited on Sunday. You need to dwell on Monday, dwell on Tuesday, dwell on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's not about, uwezi sema hapa hivi umesikia neno na umefurahia sana on Sunday. And then Monday, Tuesday, hadi Saturday una dwell mahali kuingine na huko, and then una expect to change. You will start talking like them, complaining like the children of Israel. You will find yourself in that group here. So let us choose the environments we are dwelling in. Create, and the good thing is this. The things we are talking about, you don't have to come here physically. You should come here for weekday services. But what I'm saying is, this dwelling place is not some place physical that you can say, siwezi enda. It doesn't matter whether uko kazini, na hata kazini unapeanga bathroom break na lunch break. You can choose to dwell for 5 minutes.